Hey everyone, if we want to take information from a Google Sheet and turn it into a scatter plot, our first thing to do is going to be to type out the information of what's going to be in our x-axis, and then what's going to be on our y-axis. So I'm going to include the titles. That's going to be really important because it's going to help your graph auto create here. So for this case, I want the mass in kilograms on my x-axis. So I'm going to type all the values I have for that. And then on my y-axis, I'm going to put in the next column over to the right. That's going to be, for this example, the weight. And I've got all the values that correspond. So I want to select it all. Make sure not just to select the data points, but the titles as well, because that will help auto create your graph here. So I can select it all. I can go up to the top. I can click Insert and go down to Chart. So that's Insert and then Chart. So if I click on Insert and Chart, most of the time if you've done that, it will automatically create the scatter plot. One thing I should add too, if you notice the values in my chart don't have units associated with them, they're just the numbers. The titles will include the kilograms, so don't put 0.687 kilograms down here. You want to write that at the in the title for the axis. So this has already created my title. It's got my y-axis, my x-axis. It doesn't always do this. It's kind of picking what it thinks is the best information. So if you double click on your graph or you click on your graph, you should have this chart editor on the right-hand side open up. And this is where you can actually change the type of graph you have. So it has some just suggested ones at the top. It might have made yours a line graph, right? It might look like this. You can go ahead and change that. You can either click on the suggested ones, or you can find whichever one you're looking for. And we're doing a scatter plot here. So we've got all this set up. You can now click on the customize, and this is where you can change background colors. You can change the titles for the axes, so the horizontal or the vertical. You can also just double click on them. What we want to do for this one is change in the series here, because at this point you could take this graph and you could either print it out or you could copy it to, say, a Google Doc, because you're going to have two graphs for this one and print it out. But what you're going to do then is find the slope. So you can draw a line of best fit on a piece of paper if you'd like and find the slope of the line of best fit. We don't want to just find any 2 points. We want to use our line of best fit because it's going to be more accurate for our results. The nice thing about using Excel or Google Sheets for any of this, though, is we're going to let the computer do kind of the hard work for us. So if we click on series here and we go down, we can actually see a trend line. A trend line is a line of best fit. So it's automatically drawing the line of best fit here. I can change colors and all that stuff there. But what we are interested in is our label. So if I click on label and I click custom, what you'll see not custom, use equation. What you'll see up here is the slope y-intercept form of this line of best fit. So basically the y equals mx plus b equation for this. So in this case, it's y equals 8.06 times x plus 0.447. So the 8.06 is my slope. The 0.447 is my y-intercept for this one. So this information can be useful for finding out whatever your value of your slope is if you rearrange the formula for these ones. And for our information, this is what's going to be kind of important for us. So we can include that on there, and then we can print that one off and we can attach it to our lab. But that's how we can make a scatter plot in Google Sheets.